Feature Friday.
The freshest. Alright, so this is Siti Nurhaliza featuring Afgan.
Nice.
And I love Afgan. He's released some brand new music, by the way, and
Yep.
I'm like, whoa.
But
I
we are-
haven't listened to it yet. I'm like really excited to like
We are thinking of doing
find out more about
Indonesian podcast this week on Feature Friday. Well, we're not sure yet, but let us know your thoughts. Because we've discovered a lot of new Indonesian artists. And I think it would be nice to take the time to dive deeper into their music. Like obviously Chakra's original music, Felix, Irwan, Judika's original music, Chakra.
You just
Chakra,
you just said that.
Chakra Khan, right?
Yeah.
It's just there's also Chakra Khan from Ain't Nobody.
That's
and I've
right.
been playing that song with the drums, so I get confused. That is her name, right?
Yeah. The band's name, yeah.
Band's name, okay. Then Ijitaf's music.
Oh yeah, Novia.
Novia. So there's plenty of artists that we haven't actually dived into, so let us know what you think about it. Or also if you'd like us to do a Malaysian podcast and dive even further, because we haven't done a Malaysian part 2.
In a while, that's right, that's
So
true.
let us know. This
Let us
is
know
a
what you
combination
like.
of both Siti and Afgan, so let's give it a watch.
Yeah, so this is in that concert of Siti and Friends
Nice.
that she did in Indonesia. So a lot of Indonesian artists were part of the concert itself.
Who came? The other we seen
Chakra.
right?
Yeah.
He was there, right?
Yeah, and we were like, "What the guacamole?" That was absolutely nuts. So this is with Afgan. I love her dress in this performance.
So the yellow one.
It's that glittery. Afgan! Oh, he's so handsome. Oh, he looks so dapper. Wait, I need to turn that up.
Because that is a bizarre
That
chord
is-
progression.
Weird. Do it again, City. Afgan! Dude, imagine watching that in the moment. What? He is such a delicate singer. Oh my god.
They're soft.
His delivery is so nice. Obviously, we have seen him do. I think he's considered one of the male power vocals of Indonesia, right? So he's got a crazy range
Funny because I relate him to R&B so badly.
because that's how we first met him.
And that's also my favorite genre.
Absolutely.
I think he's really good at it.
I actually think his R&B projects are some of the most beautiful R&B projects right now in the industry. But moving on from that, I just wanted to put on, highlight the fact that the understanding of modulation is so pinnacle for a lot of singers in the world, and it's what makes the singer a lot of the times, the choices they make and how they approach their entrances. Entrances dictate where the song is gonna go, and they often are the introduction into people's likings and perspectives right off the bat. So if he came in full fold, ready to explode with his vocal capabilities, it could have been too much of a shock because the chord progression is intricate, it's weird, and it's unsettling. But you have Siti with her naturally harmonious and very melodic vocals that create this kind of like thin layer of magic. So if he came in too strong, that thin layer would have been broken, right? And this moment of taking in a big breath, that gasp moment from the audience would have been broken. That wouldn't have been it. So his choice was perfectly aligned with the piece itself and how she introduced herself into the song.
I feel like Perhaps the best way to describe him is like the way he sounds. It's like, you know, when you hold a rose petal, where it's like soft, but it also has texture. I mean, that's redundant because if it's soft, it has texture.
Yeah.
But you know,
But it's texturized.
exactly, soft but texturized. That's what he feels like. And he's soft, but he maintains a layer of
Dynamics.
He's very pleasant to hear, and obviously good contrast between Siti's voice and Afghan's.
What makes it really harmonious is how he goes up to her range.
Yep.
So he's not singing it on the octave below or anything in between. He's meeting her in the middle.
Make no mistake about it. This is a fucking strange and difficult song.
Indeed, it's a very hard 55 seconds. It's really hard.
I wonder what mix we're hearing.
What is such a difficult song? By the way,
I don't know what
mixing
mix
is
we're
weird.
hearing.
Yeah, that mixing is really strange. You get, it's like again, it sounds similar to what you get in your ears.
You can't hear anything else. You just hear them too.
I know,
You
which
kinda
is
hear
interesting.
The dum, 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 dum. That's it.
That sounds to me like the mix of an in-ears. I wonder why we're getting that mix. Because it has very little reverb. It's very raw. It doesn't have a lot of depth. And you're hearing just like enough of the background, but you're not hearing the whole mix of the orchestra. Yeah, this is funny. There's a lot of accidents in his harmony. That's crazy. Wow. That's mad. And he did take one off. So yeah, if this is my in-ear monitor mixing, personally, me as an on-stage singer, and I was getting this mix, I would have taken one off too.
He came in without one.
Ah, nice. But I would have taken one off too, because I want to hear the atmosphere
Yeah,
too.
he came without one.
Nice. I
Yeah.
hadn't paid attention. I was just too engulfed in how difficult that chord progression is. It's so...
Yeah, I don't know how much of it is.
Wow.
Yeah, I have no idea, but that mixing is fucking mental. I don't know what's
It
going
is.
on.
Me neither. But the chord progression, what the hell?
Yeah,
Doesn't
the
help
chord
it.
progression itself isn't. I mean, what would you call it?
The easiest to follow.
Well, it's not even linear to begin with.
No.
And then I don't know how much of it's them actually figuring out what the hell we're listening to, like they're mixing as well.
I don't think it is. I think it's very calculated.
Well, that's a bet. You probably would. I don't know.
I
You probably
believe
would win.
what we're hearing there.
Given the caliber, I just, I don't know. But what we're hearing, I don't know if that's what the crowd was hearing.
I don't think so.
But my question is, as this is the production one, the post-produced one, yeah, why choose that mix?
this? Yeah, that's a very good point.
Go on. Bloody hell, she's good.
That's why I don't think they're trying to figure it out. They're very solid in the piece. See, it's very subtle, the strings. You see, it's so calculated. Nothing is done by chance there.
Bloody hell.
Oh my god.
Good ending, bloody hell.
What a difficult song. That's a wild song.
That's an exhausting piece.
Oh my god, that is so hard.
It has like James Bond end. You know those what do you call those? Yeah, I guess
Suspended,
accidents, suspended.
yeah.
Yeah, it has. Yeah,
Minor suspended chords that feel very just James Bondy.
Bondish.
Yeah.
It is definitely an interesting piece. I am very intrigued by the
It's
mixing.
wild. What are you talking about? Interesting. It's wild.
I would love to know if any of you, because sometimes, this is kind of like, shooting your shot in the dark. But a lot of you guys, well, sometimes some of you guys have been to some of these concerts. And yeah, I'd love to know what it was like there. Because the mixing we're hearing here in the video, and we're probably not doing it even worse justice, because then you're hearing it through another mic. So I do recommend check the original as always, and plug headphones on just to maximize the auditory experience. But yeah, I want to know what it sounded like there, because we couldn't hear any of the bass, and it was weirdly equalized, where it sounded like the in-ear mix.
It had no reverb, it had no depth.
Very dry. If there were any accidents, they were going to be amplified. And by accidents, not as in mistakes, I guess that's a musical term for, what would you call it?
Harmonics. It's part of the journey.
A harmonic that may cause resistance.
That sounds...
Or cause an effect.
That sounds off.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't naturally gravitate towards. That's why it's called an accident, because it feels uneasy. It gives that uneasy break to it. But actually, I have to be honest, that entry to the verse, the chord progression that leads to the singing verse, it's if I am correct, is one chord that is either diminished or it's playing with the harmonics of one chord, so you're hearing three different sounds, but it's with the same chord.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're hearing either a seventh or a diminished or a suspended version of that chord, and that's the entrance to the singing verse, and that already creates so much intricacy because you're playing in that thin veil of accidents that don't actually match up with the chord progression of the song itself, which also gives that, because it's a minor key, so it gives that mysterious, mystique type of like feel to the composition itself. It makes it sound very James Bond.
Yeah.
That's what makes James Bond sound James Bond is the diminished chords on a minor key.
Yeah. I'd love her to do a James Bond track in the future.
She's literally the perfect voice.
She truly is.
Yeah.
And even with that type of dresses she wears,
and
stuff,
she's
would be amazing.
just perfect. She's the perfect voice for the Bond.
But anyways, let us know what you thought of it, and if you were there, I'd love to know your thoughts and stuff like that. That's always brilliant to have in the comments. And goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.